So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
Well, first off, I think it's funny that a lot of women don't believe us when we say that women move like that until they pay attention to it. And it's like, damn, like they really doing that. Because I say this with a lot of people, and I had to explain this to my wife on multiple occasions. Most people, when they trying to take up for their people, or, how women take up for women, men take up for men, they'll put themselves in the situation instead of looking at it from the outside in and be like, okay, this is how they move. This is how, you know what I'm saying? Because I do that with the men. I know some of the stuff that I used to do. I know dudes wasn't doing that. I know some of the stuff my wife do. I know women don't be doing that. So it's like when you're trying to take up for them or take up for the brothers, you got to be objective because everybody don't do what you do. So, for instance, this sister right here, she probably one of the ones that can take accountability. So when a man telling her, hey, these sisters be struggling with apologizing, she like, I don't believe that. I be apologizing. It ain't about you. It's about the collective. It's very few, very few sisters that can take accountability and be like, look, I did this, and this. I apologize for that. I'm finna change how I move like that. I'm not gonna do that no more. That's not normal. That's not normal. It's not normal. And it's not going to change. I don't know if y'all know that or not. It's not going to change. It's not. It's not going to change. Let's go in the Bible. That's not nothing new. And that's not finna change. It's not. A lot of people got to go. This is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 30. They would none of my reproof. They despised all my counsel. All my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Now, I wanted to jump straight to the point because you can really start at verse 20 and read down. You can start at verse 20 and read down, but I wanted verse 30 and 31. They would none of my reproof, of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. That's how we move. We don't want nobody like let's be real. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody having to give you counsel, it's because something you about to make a mistake on, or it's something that you already doing wrong. Most people don't want to hear what they do wrong. Most people have a complex where they feel like everything they do is right. They don't, as the scriptures say, you righteous in your own eyes. Don't be like that. You got to be at least coachable or teachable, right? You got to be like that. You're not gonna make it you're not gonna make it with Christ's return if you're not coachable, teachable, correctable. You're going to die. I promise you. Let's read it again. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Because this is another thing that kind of irked me too about what go on in modern day society. Everybody say God talk to them. Reproof come through people that's gonna show you something about yourself. God not talking to you. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real with you. God ain't speaking to you. He's not. 9 times out of 10, you just got through eating a pork sandwich. Just got through fornicating. He's not talking to you. He got to send somebody to speak to you. And no, they not going to say, oh, God told me to tell you. No, it's going to be just correcting your behavior. That's it. But y'all despise that. Y'all don't like when people correct y'all. When 9 times out of 10, that's the Most High reaching out his hands to you. I know a lot of people don't understand that, but when the Most High send the prophets or some sister to come and speak to you and say, hey, you know, you kind of wrong when you do this. Verse 31, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Because what's going to happen is you don't want to take that counsel, so your own action is going to start destroying your life. That's what's going to start happening. You're going to start to see the decisions that you're making are destroying your life. You're going to start filling your life up with your own devices, and you're going to start to see, damn, okay, this is messing up my life. Okay, I need to fix this. I need to fix that. But guess what? You're not going to be able to fix it. You're going to be, as the scriptures say, bound in your sin. You're not even going to be able to get up out of there. The path going to be it's like covered up with vines and thorns. It's going to be hard to get back. Don't be like that. I know that's not something that people going to be able to listen to. They're not going to take heed to that. And it's okay, but you still got to say it. This is Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder. They stopped their ears that they should not hear. Is that not what the lady's talking about? They abruptly stop therapy. They get harsh. That's pulling away the shoulder. I don't want to hear that shit. Snatching away. These are just single women and married women. They stop coming to therapy because they getting corrected about something. Let's read it again. But they refuse to hearken. I don't want to hear that. And pulled away the shoulder. That's when somebody, okay, like, you know how, like, when you're trying to reason with somebody, so you try to put your hand on their shoulder, or, you know what I'm saying, touch their arm or something, and they snatch away. That's what they're talking about. And stop their ears. You done seen people put their hands over their ears and start making noise because they can't hear you when you do that. It's like you know what I'm saying, the sound inside their head overpower anything that's coming from the outside. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. That they should not hear. That's what the lady just explained in her therapy sessions. And I'm pretty sure it's men that do the same thing, but at a very small clip compared to the women. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I know we always get put into this bag as men as saying we're not emotionally intelligent. Let's be real. 9 times out of 10, men are very emotionally intelligent. They just don't speak or verbalize their emotions because they don't matter in most cases. You still have to do what you're supposed to do. Don't gotta care about your fucking feelings when it's things that you need to do and your emotions don't matter right now. We can talk about your emotions once the product is done. But, you know, you can't really say that all the time. Let's get some more. This is Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Because it's always better to be corrected versus somebody lying to you and letting you stay in the sin that you in. It's always going to be better to be corrected because at the end of the day, when all this said and done on this side of the world, when all this said and done in this little life, you got to pay for what you did at the end of the day. I know that the Christian church teach you that you ain't got to do that, but you're going to have to pay at the end of the day. Let's read it again. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. That's where you get your Derek Jacksons. That's where you get your Ace Metaphors. That's where you get this little light-skinned dude that look like a trans. That's where you get these dudes from. But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful because what they not telling you is you just hearing what you want to hear is still going to put you in that bag of having the wrong results. You're not fixing anything. You just sitting there listening to how great you are and how everybody else is the problem. That's not going to fix anything for you. Because what I would never understand is how people be in 10, 11 relationships and everybody else is to blame but your ass. So you didn't tell me 12 people are the problem and not you. At no point was it you. That's insane. Let's get some more. Y'all gotta be at least be able to take some type of accountability, some type of wrong at some point. And this is I normally see men do this right here. Let's read it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 7. Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Now, I normally see men do this in relationships where they'll say they was wrong just to keep the peace. That's what that means. Why don't you just take wrong? Why don't you rather allow yourself to be defrauded? Where you getting the short end of the stick just to keep the peace. We see men do this all the time. We rarely see women when they know I can continue to fight for what I feel like is right, what I know, what happened, but we can move on. I'm gonna just say that I was wrong and move on, or just take the L, as they say. That's not normal for women to do that. I know men do that in relationships. I know they do. Because it's easier sometimes to just say, okay, babe, you got it. No problem. Ain't no big deal. When it's not a big deal. Let's read it again. Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Because sometimes y'all should better be able to deal with y'all issues internally. Y'all shouldn't have to go get divorced. Y'all shouldn't have to go to mediation. Y'all shouldn't have to do that. Why do ye not rather take wrong? And when everybody is agreeing to their wrong, y'all can grow from that. Y'all can grow from, okay, look, I did this wrong. I apologize for this. Then on the other side, yeah, I did this. I need to fix that. Y'all can dap it up, hug it out, and it's over. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see that, and especially in the black community. No, not one that shall be, hold on, I'm reading the wrong thing. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Let's be real. Nobody in the black community want to be defrauded. Nobody in the black community want to take the L. Nobody in the black community want to short themselves to keep the peace. That's not normal amongst us. It is what it is. Ecclesiastes chapter 32 and verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. I want to read it again. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. And that's usually what happens. That's exactly what this lady is explaining. These women will stop therapy, and you best believe when she get with her friends, she talking about how horrible the therapist is. Let's be real. You can damn near guarantee what she's saying to her friends is, yeah, my man and the therapist was ganging up on me. They didn't want to listen to me. I wasn't being heard. No, they heard you. They heard everything loud and clear. You were just wrong. Let's read it again. A sinful man will not be reproved. They're not going to therapy to hear that they wrong. They're not going to therapy for that. The same way in the truth, people don't go to the leadership to hear that they wrong. They want to get backed up on what the evil that they thinking. Let's be real. But find it an excuse according to his will. Because everybody gonna find some reason to say why they was justified in what they did. Everybody gonna have the ability to do that. And it's instant. You ain't got to think long on that, especially if you're an evil dude. Evil women don't take a long time to justify their actions. But it's a certain level of righteousness that you got to have, a certain level of integrity that you got to have to admit when you're wrong. It is what it is. So, salute to this this sister right here for putting that out. I knew it was gonna go viral when I first seen this. I saved this a while ago, and I'm just not getting around to it. But yeah, man. Is it true that women struggle with accountability? The sad part, this how crazy the world getting. When women are like, damn, these women crazy. It's a problem in the world. When the women are like, damn, these women is wilding. So much for the sisterhood. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.